quick recap on Craig McLachlan. You might remember that idiot journo on the left, together with some ABC journo, got together with this failed actress on the right and a couple of other actresses and decided to join the Me Too revolution that was sweeping the globe. The journos to try and raise their high profiles, and the actresses to try and resurrect failing careers. In this case, they went after Craig McLachlan. Now, I think there was a couple of reasons. I think certainly he isn't squeaky clean. Pretty sure he does have an eye for the ladies, and probably is a bit flirtatious, but probably in the field that he's in, probably his behaviour is well within the acceptable realms. But there's the opportunity to conflate it that it's harassment. So I think that's why he was targeted. And the script was for him to just lose his career, and the journos get some Walkley Award, and the actresses get resurrected in sympathy to, get some more work. Meanwhile, his career is destroyed. That's what the script was. It's got a bit south for them. First reason is it hasn't really resonated with the Australian public. There hasn't been repeated phone calls to talkback radio, and it hasn't really been pumped up in other media outlets other than Fairfax and Sydney Morning Herald and ABC. And I think because Australians in general sense that it's a load of bullshit. And the second reason it's gone south is that Craig McLachlan, instead of taking his medicine, he then went ahead and sued them. And if you look here, this was back on February 2018. Specifically targeted this Whelan Brown because she had a lot of raunchy stuff on social media that strengthens his case that he felt that his behaviour was appropriate. But the case must have been going well for Craig, because this is April 2018, after a couple of hearings, and here's what they've done.
That further alleged victims have come forward, making additional allegations.
So obviously Christy Whelan Brown wasn't a good enough witness, and they were losing the case. So they've now gone and sought out other witnesses to, in one way or another, to try and destroy his character further so that his case against Christy Whelan Brown would fall over.
The ABC and Fairfax have been given a May 4 deadline to file the defence. Today they sought an extension to June 1 to deal with this new evidence. Judge McLachlan allowed a 1-week extension and ordered the parties back to court on May 25.
Behold, in this article on that exact same day that they're due to come back, it's reported that one of the new witnesses has lodged a complaint with New South Wales Police, which of course would then cause further delays. Not one of the original complainants, it wasn't Christy Whelan Brown or any of those ones that were sobbing on TV, it's just one of these new witnesses. Now, New South Wales Police obviously looked at it and didn't charge him. So they've decided, well, there's nothing there worth that's criminal. So New South Wales Police dropped it. Later on in last year, in 28th of November, he's got his amount worked out now. Craig McLachlan seeks $6.5 million in defamation case, and now getting down to how much he wants. And the next hearing date for getting his $6.5 million is February 4, 2019. So New South Wales Police, they played a straight bat to this and said, no, we're not having a part of this. And it looks like in the New South Wales Supreme Court, things are going Craig's way. And so where do you go to? Where do you go to when some bullshit scenario is going wrong for you legally? There's only one place to go.
As the 53-year-old was charged with multiple counts of indecent assault.
Has today been charged with 1 count of common law assault, 8 of indecent assault and 1 count of attempted indecent assault. McLachlan will face Melbourne Magistrates Court for today's charges in February.
That's it, Melbourne Magistrates Court, Victoria. The state of absolute bullshit, the epicentre of bullshit. Everything about Victorian legal system is just and cops is just absolute load of bullshit. It's the place to go if you want to tell untruths in a court, but have the court manipulate the testimony so it doesn't actually constitute perjury. And you can get decisions across the line that are total fucking garbage. So, and look at and it's for February. Well, this wasn't his case going to progress in the New South Wales Supreme Court on the 4th of February? Won't these new charges have an impact on that now that they're made public? Won't there be further delays? Look, they're going to convict him. They're going to control the testimony. Look, they're just so determined to make sure, one, this Me Too psyop goes to the conclusion that they wanted, and secondly, he doesn't get his $6.5 million. And look, he deserves it. And the Me Too is a load of bullshit. And New South Wales Supreme Court, obviously, and the cops, they weren't having a bar of it. But Victoria, let's just head straight, because this was all around Australia. Went to South Australia, this Rocky Horror Show. They could do it in New South Wales, do it anywhere. But no, they've chosen some incident that allegedly happened in Victoria that's, made up anyway, to go for there. They could have used a made-up incident in one of the other states, but they've gone for Victoria because they've been down there, they've had meetings with Ashton, they've had meetings with the judiciary, and the people that are really behind this, the high-up people that, run a lot of the governments around the world, they've gone to the Victorian government. They're for sale. They'll do anything. They've had meetings and said, okay, let's plot this how we need it to go. Can you do it? And Victoria, that bastion of moral goodness, has gone, yeah, we'll do it. And, of course, it's all going to turn. It was looking good for Craig, but I believe that this latest twist and turn, which they've been forced to do, because he didn't lay down the first time, he sued them, and New South Wales, they wouldn't play ball with him. They said, no, he deserves some money here. Looks like he's going to be getting some. Unfortunately, Victoria is a part of Australia, and poor Craig, he's probably going to get charged. He won't serve any time. I think he will, get good behaviour or whatever, but it's going to impact because once they get a conviction, that's going to kill his defamation case, and that's what all this is about. Victoria makes you, except for the people that I know down there, or through YouTube anyway, that I know, the truth community, Victoria is just full of fucking sellout dickheads. All right, that's it for this one.